All right, we'll get started with Coach Traylor here. JJ, you're up first.
Hey, Coach, I was just wondering, you guys running a little late on practice today or just got going late?
We started later. It's just so cold outside. We just pushed it back, try to get a little more sun so the kids can move around a little better.
Kickoff this week is at 11 a.m. You guys had a few early kickoffs this year. What does that do, I guess, from a logistics standpoint?
That's just the biggest deal is that Saturday morning, just getting up so early. You get up, do a walkthrough, eat, and you're playing. So it's if you can get your kids mature enough to take care of themselves, it's actually a fun day because a lot of teams have trouble getting going early in the morning. And we got to be able to go.
Greg?
Jeff, how do you evaluate the play of your secondary overall this season, just in the big picture sense? What would you say their performance has been?
Oh, they've gotten better every week. We went from very first game of the year where we were all praying they weren't going to drop back and throw it deep to now, the next week we give up a halftime drive. Each week we just keep getting better and better. And those guys take to their coaching and they're physical. They tackle well. And they take a lot of great pride. And, you can tell our whole defense, if we don't intercept the ball, we're upset. Where I've been a part of a lot of defenses that they celebrate those as knockdown passes. Our kids look at it as a missed interception.
How confident are you in the group that you have at corner now? It feels like with Tariq and Ken Robinson and Corey Mayfield, you have a lot of good options.
And I throw Xavier Spencer in there as well. He's getting better and better each week. So we feel good about those kids.
It seems like that group has been used as blitzers a decent amount, too. What does that do for the defense, or what kind of challenges does that present for the offense when you can throw that corner blitz look at them?
That's just the style of ball we want to play. We want to be aggressive. That's kids like it too. And obviously, from an offensive standpoint, it's an extra rusher. It's a really good athlete. You're getting to the party that's fast and athletic. Has a lot of advantages. Also, it's a gamble. We understand that. We've been burned a few times on it, but it's also paid off for us more times than we've been exploited.
Is your group still looking pretty clean as far as COVID issues? You think you're going to get those players back in no new situations, or what's the evaluation there?
Yeah, we were 100%. We still got a test, Greg, Thursday before we get on that plane. But as of right now, we've got some guys that won't practice till maybe later in the week. But we should all be on the sideline Saturday.
FAU has really struggled in that regard at times, either to be able to play games or to have their full roster on the field. Does that present scouting challenges when some of these guys haven't been out there much and the roster might look a little different week to week?
Well, if they didn't play this week, they played against Charlotte, and they're all going to be back this week. So, we may be able to watch them and know who they're going to be.
Okay, Steven?
Hey, Coach. My question was kind of along the lines of what Greg just asked was, the kind of the challenges that preparing for a team that's only played 2 games when normally they would have played anywhere from 6 to 7 is kind of what that has presented this week.
What I think is an interesting challenge that'll be a nice little case study is to see what benefits you more. Obviously, we've played 7 games, but we've got a lot of injuries where they've played 2 games, so I'm sure they'd like to have more reps, but they're also probably fresher and more healthy. So it'll be interesting just to see how that plays out this year because we played more games than anybody in the country. So it'll just be interesting to see what that looks like going down the stretch.
Okay, anything else for Coach Traylor? All right,
Thanks, Jeff.
We'll get the play.
Thank y'all. God bless. Birds up.
Okay, Rashad, go ahead and count to 3 real quick. Make sure we can hear you.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect. All right, we'll take questions for Rashad Wisdom. AJ?
Hey, Rashad, how's practice today?
Pretty good, considering the weather and how cold it was. I feel like the energy was pretty good today. Just like I always say, dudes flying around. There's a lot of talking going on, a lot of, people making plays. So, when all in all with the weather and everything, I feel like this was probably one of our better practices this far.
What's the mood like with the guys coming off that big win last week? What's been the mood with the guys in the locker room this week?
Like I just said, the energy's really up there especially with the win. It was a good win, and I think this just gives us a little bit more of a boost going into this game this week.
Okay, Greg, you're up.
Rashad, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm curious, how have you adjusted your tackling form, if at all, since those 2 targeting penalties came through? Coach Traylor's talked about that a little bit.
Well, just after the targeting call at BYU, I really, try to focus on keeping my head up and hitting with my face mask. That whole week in practice, I was really, if I had some free time in practice while something's going on, like special teams or something, I'll go over into the dummy and, just try to get a couple hits in and, full speed too, to try to simulate it as best I can as a live game. So that's definitely something I've really taken into account, just keeping my head up. And then, as far as in the game, I just try my best to, be aware of, how I'm tackling and how I'm coming down, and try my best just, make a good form fit tackle and just, keep myself and anybody else out of harm's way.
Is that a difficult adjustment for you to have to be mindful of that instead of kind of just playing the way you were before?
Honestly, I felt like it would be at first, but honestly, it hasn't been too much. Just like I said, I try to, get as many reps as I can, simulating it as a live game in practice, just, fitting people up with my head up, and like I said, just being on the dummy and getting in. So, like I said, I felt like it would be a little bit hard and, just thinking about it too much, but it's really been not too bad, and just been getting more natural as I keep going on.
How have you felt about your season overall this year? Are you happy with your play outside of those 2 little incidents and the resulting time miss?
I feel like I've done a decent job so far. I feel like there's a lot of areas I can definitely improve in. Just being a better leader on the team, trying to get the, energy to be consistent, and just so we don't come out flat, or, just so we can keep playing at a high level. I feel like, just like we were talking about, my tackling can definitely improve, and just things like that in that nature. Just the little things is something that I feel like I definitely can improve in a lot. And that's definitely something that I'm taking into account every day. Just going to practice, trying to find the little things and just the little tweaks, and try to perfect those and do the best I can at just doing what I can to help the team win.
How do you feel about the play of the secondary overall as a unit so far this season?
I feel like we've been playing pretty good. Just like I said, there's definitely a lot of things we can improve on. One of those being just, like our communication. I feel like that's something we've really been emphasizing a lot in practice. I feel like that's one of the things that we've been getting better with too. And just going up and getting the ball out the air is something that we've been emphasizing this whole season. And I feel like we've really taken a big strides into being better with that. And I feel like it's definitely been showing up in the games as well.
Yeah, do you feel like there are a lot of areas where you guys have improved as a unit from the start of the season till now? Do you see some differences?
Definitely. Just the biggest thing probably just being our chemistry, just, all the dudes being able to play together and mesh well, and especially with this season with COVID and, just injuries and just, everyday stuff with, different people having to come in and out the rotation, and different people having to play with each other. So I think the biggest thing that we've really improved on is our chemistry, and I think that just helps us to play faster, communicate better, and just perform better overall as a whole unit.
We talked to Antonio Parks yesterday, one of your teammates back there at safety. What jumps out about him so far and what he's brought to the team?
Definitely his energy. I love playing back there with Antonio. He brings it every day. He's one of the hardest workers on the defense and probably on the team for sure. Like I said, his energy, his passion, and he's just a really good football player, and that's just something that, like I said before, doesn't come as a surprise to me. AP's been the same dude ever since he stepped on the field with us last year, and that's just something that really stands out with him, just the energy and the passion that he brings to the game, and that's just something that I really take feed off of with him, and it just bounces off with everybody else on the defense as well.
Yeah, Corey Mayfield mentioned that to us as well, like his intensity that he plays with. Does that have a big impact on all the other guys around you? How does that lift the rest of the unit?
Yeah, it definitely does. Just like from the fact, if we're starting slow or kind of sluggish, that intensity really, you see a guy flying around like that, and with the passion that he plays with, you can only feel as though like you need to play up to, his level as well, and it gets everybody else going, and before everybody else is flying around, and that's just one of the things that I feel like he really brings to the table, just that passion, that intensity, and you can only just feed off of that, and it just makes everybody else better around you.
Has he gotten better week to week? Do you see differences in him from the start of the season till now? It seems like his production's increasing.
Yeah, definitely. I feel just like I said, it's the intensity and the passion that he plays with. He's definitely been getting better day in and day out, and that just goes to how hard he practices every day, and it's just starting to show out on the field. Just from just like I've been saying this whole time, just intensity and passion. That's definitely something that he brings to the table, and like I say, he practices hard every day, and it's definitely correlating on Saturdays.
It feels like with him and yourself and a lot of the guys back there, there's a real high level of comfort with the physicality of the game. Like guys in the secondary here really want to come up and make hits. Have you noticed that from your group? Has that come naturally to you guys?
I would say that's more, hats off to our coach, Coach Lepp. He's real big on, being physical and coming down and making hits. And he's kind of instilled that in all of us. So, it's really hats off to Coach Lepp, because he's really the one that's been putting us in the best position to make plays, making sure that we're on top of us at practice, and, just making sure that we're playing to the best of our ability every day, whether that's in practice, in the game, and even off the field, he's always on us. So I think that's definitely, a lot of credit to Coach Lepp.
How about the cornerbacks group? What have you seen from them to this point in the year?
They practice hard as well. They come in every day ready to work. They're some of the smartest dudes on the team, especially Ken Robinson. He's a real smart dude. I try to watch as much film as I can with him, talk ball with him. Corey Mayfield, Tariq, all them dudes. They're real students of the game. They're always willing to work. Do whatever they can, get extra film in. Just real into the game and want to get better every day. And, I feel like that shows in the games as well, just how they all play, and, how important it means to them, just, trying to be the best that they can be, and helping, the defense to perform to the level we know we can play at.
And one of the things that seems to stick out about your defense is how often you guys, whether it's the safeties or the corners, really blitz from those secondary positions. What kind of challenges that create for an offense, or what is that dynamic like for you guys?
I feel like that just gives the offense, numerous different looks and, things that they have to be aware of, because we'll send a blitz from, pretty much anywhere, and they have to be ready to pick it up. And I feel like that just makes our defense more versatile and dangerous in the end, because, we could send a corner blitz from the field, from the boundary. We might send a safety. So you never know where a blitz could come from. You don't even know if the blitz is coming, because we could show one and just still not come. So I feel like that just adds, a lot to our game, and, just helps the defense out overall in the end, because, that could really mess with a quarterback's mind, offensive coordinator's head. So I feel like that just really helps us out in the end with just being versatile and just, showing a lot of different looks.
Is that an easy enough thing for you guys to learn, just go after the quarterback, or is there some technique or, talent to it that has to be picked up and learned over time? I'll
say it's a little bit of everything. It's definitely a lot of technique stuff, and just being aware of where you're out on the field, and, just knowing your responsibility too, because there's a lot of different fits, there's a lot of different angles to be taken, and at the end of the day, it's football. You need to make the play, and you can't be a robot. So like I said, I feel like it's a lot of different things, just from technique, being a football player, and just having the instincts to, go out and go make the play.
Got it. Thank you, Rashad. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anything else for Rashad? All right. Thanks, Rashad.
All right. Thank y'all.